So you know what one of the best parts about being a location rebel is? It's being able to pretty much travel whenever you want. I was talking to my friend Nick, who lives in Hong Kong, yesterday, and he's like, hey, you should come on out. And I was like, you know, I should come on out. So in a couple of weeks, I think I'm gonna go to Hong Kong. I was looking at booking tickets, and then this happened. That is the most annoying thing ever. You find your flight, it's on the airline I've got status on, and then they hit you with the like $130 price increase. All right. I still think I'm gonna go though, because that's still April, which means I'd be vlogging from Hong Kong and well, that'd be fun. All right, so now the question becomes, do you book the $600 2 layover random flight or the $900 1 layover flight that's gonna get me status for next year? I'm not entirely sure what the answer is. I'm gonna go to the gym and think about it. This kicks my ass every Tuesday. And as expected, that totally sucked. One of the things I've learned is that doing this daily vlog takes a lot more time, so time management is crucial. Gotta keep finding time to go to the gym though, even though that was miserable. Still haven't figured out what I'm gonna do about Hong Kong, but I'll figure it out by the end of the day. So I've had a lot of people ask me, why on earth are you doing a daily video blog? That seems like a terrible idea. And I'm gonna tell you why I'm doing it. You see, the truth is, I'm kind of selfish. It's not necessarily totally for you, it's really for me. Man, I am just rocking at life today. Got the gym in, got my healthy lunch, kale and salmon. Yeah, just doing great. So in yesterday's vlog, I mentioned the importance of discipline. This is the toughest part of getting what you want, but it's also one of the most essential. Cultivate discipline. Well, here's the thing about discipline and my relationship with it. I don't have any, or at least very little. You see, the reason I've been successful is because I've been consistent over a very long period of time. And there's a difference between discipline and consistency. Really, I'd say on average, over the course of like 7 years, we'll say I've put in like 2 hours of work a day over a really long period of time. And that doesn't take that much discipline. That's just kind of filling in your day. Obviously, I've got periods of time where I work many, many more hours, but for the most part, I've lacked the discipline to put in the long hours. So doing this video blog for me is a way to cultivate that discipline where it's like, hey, every day for 31 days, you've got to post this and you got to get your work done on top of it. So that's the main reason I'm doing this video blog. There's also a number of other reasons. One, I want to just keep doing cool stuff. I'm about to book a ticket to Hong Kong just because it sounds like a good idea. You know, and if I'm doing the vlog, it gives me that much more incentive to keep doing cool things. I also want to establish my expertise. Obviously, I've been doing that on Location Rebel for years, but for people that would rather watch a video or they want more proof that I know what I'm talking about, these vlogs, they do that. They show that I'm actually living the lifestyle. I'm not going to a desk job every day. I'm practicing what I preach. And I think video is one of the best ways to get that across. I also want to show you my personality. Like, I'm kind of sarcastic. I try and be funny, and I usually fail at it. But, you know, I think that when you get a sense of who I am, it's gonna make you more likely to want to get to know me, to want to buy my products, to, you know, want to allow me be the guy that helps you make changes in your life. And finally, I'm not totally gonna lie, keep this part a secret. There's like a small, tiny little part of me that just kind of wants to be like Casey Neistat, because let's face it, dude's freaking awesome. And let's be honest, these days, a lot of people would rather watch a video than read a blog post or listen to a podcast. It's just the way the world's going. So if you would rather watch a video, then I want to make sure I've got content that speaks to you. I'm not stopping the blog. I'm still going to keep writing, and who knows, one of these days I'll probably start a podcast, but I'm trying to cover as many mediums as possible. Let's also not forget that I'm becoming a better storyteller, learning how to edit, improving my skills with every single one of these I do. So as difficult as it is to fit everything in any given day, it's totally worth it, because hopefully between now and the end of the month, you're gonna start noticing a drastic improvement in these videos. Either that, or I'm just gonna be so exhausted that they're all gonna suck just because I'm trying to throw something out there. We'll see. So those are just a few of the reasons I'm doing this whole daily video blog experiment. By the way, gotta give a quick shout out to Chris Guillebeau. Today, his 4th book, Born for This, was released, and Chris is one of the guys that, if you've been following my story, you know he's one of the guys that changed my life way back in 2009. It was because of his site and him that I started making the big moves that I made, so I'm a huge fan of his books. Can't recommend them enough. I'll link to Born for this below. I'm excited. I just downloaded. I'm getting ready to start reading it. And if you want to find a little bit more about me, in his first book, The Art of Nonconformity, you can flip to chapter 3, and there's a whole chapter all about yours truly and how I left my job and took a big risk and took a chance. So anyway, I'll link to both those below. Congrats, Chris. Can't wait to see where this book takes you. Okay, I think this Hong Kong thing's happening. We're going to go with the American Airlines flight, play a little bit more, but hopefully have a chance of getting upgraded as well as securing my status for next year. And I've also found this golf course, top 100 course in the world, and extremely exclusive. Like, unless you're important, like really important, you do not get on this golf course. I've now made it my goal to get on this golf course for this trip. Well, looks like I'm going to Hong Kong. This vlog thing's great. It forces me to actually make decisions and not put it off. Now, go make some dinner, get some sleep, and get ready to edit this thing.